6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We are over an hour away from day 2 of the Randall L. trial in Rock County. 2 police officers who responded to the 2 girls who were shot, Brittany McAdory and Sarah Winchester, are expected to testify today. We'll also see their body camera footage that will be shown to the jury today.
We're following some breaking news in Racine this morning. 2 police officers have been shot, non-life-threatening injuries after shots were exchanged during a domestic disturbance call overnight. Our partners, WTMJ in Milwaukee, report the police department received a call about a domestic situation where a gun had been fired. Officers got there and were met with a woman who said that her husband was inside with their kids. Police were negotiating with the man for about an hour, and then he fired several shots at police, according to authorities. The man was eventually taken out of the home and arrested. Logan Kruckenberg Anderson will be in court today. He is a 16-year-old charged with first-degree intentional homicide and hiding the corpse of his newborn. According to the criminal complaint, he told police that he shot the girl in the head twice and left her corpse outside. He's being charged as an adult. There's a status conference scheduled for 9:30 this morning, and the trial is slated for March.
Also happening today, the defendant in a pair of armed robberies near campus will be in court. A criminal complaint alleges Scott Tolliver stole less than $250 from the McDonald's on Regent Street and a Walgreens last April. A not guilty plea has been entered on his behalf. He's in court for a competency hearing at 10 this morning.
The traffic light at University and Branch in Middleton is still without power a week after a crash. The lights went out last Tuesday after a 21-year-old New Glarus man struck the light control box, trees, and a building. Police say the power could come back on as soon as this afternoon.
A butcher shop in Lake Tomahawk was visited by Packers players stocking up for a cookout. Take a look at this. Mason Crosby with 2 other players stopped in for some ribeyes and fillets. The Lake Tomahawk Meat Market has earned national recognition by appearing in Food and Wine magazine and getting a visit from the Food Network's Andrew Zimmerman.
Well, some educators at the University of Illinois Chicago on strike this morning. It happens after months of negotiations, but no contract. The reason for the strike is to increase their base salary for faculty, and annual cost of living increase, and more funding for student services. The nearly 30,000 students at the university could be affected. Classes could end up being canceled. The
Chicago Fire Department battling an extra alarm fire in a West Side warehouse. Take a look at these flames seen going through the roof of the Masonry Company factory building on Tuesday. More than 100 firefighters responded to that call. There are no reports of any injuries. The cause still under investigation.
Well, the forecast has truly been a mixed bag lately. It's putting some winter activities in the lurch. It happens to be the week of the 2nd annual snow sculpting contest in Stillwater, Minnesota. You're taking a look at what it looked like last year when it was below 0. This year, sculptors say they are sculpting in slush. But the snow coming tomorrow could help the event that goes until Sunday.
The world's oldest person has died in France. The 118-year-old nun, Sister Andre, joined the Catholic Charitable Order in 1944 and survived COVID last year. She was born on February 11th, 1904, and said the secret to a long life was a glass of wine every day and chocolate. The oldest person ever was 122, and she also agreed that wine and chocolate were the secret.
There you go.
The U.S. Capitol Police's threat investigations dropped last year for the first time in 5 years, but the agency's police chief says the number of threats against members of Congress is still too high. The Capitol Police Threat Assessment Section investigated just over 7,500 cases in 2022, down from more than 9,600 in 2021 and 8,600 in 2020.
All right, we do have an alert day in effect, going in effect tonight right through tomorrow. We've got some moderate snow headed our way. This is not a major storm system for us. We're looking at about 2 to 6 inches across most of the area, lesser amounts to the south and east, but all of us will be impacted. Winter weather advisories for most of the area, excluding Rock County. As you head north of the Dells into Adams, Juneau County, Monroe County, Vernon County, they do have winter storm warnings. That's where the snow will be the heaviest. The afternoon dry, temperatures in the 30s. The snow comes in later this evening. That's when it will become heavy. Some mixture of rain and snow down to the south and east. Looking at temperatures this afternoon, rising into the 30s.